All right, Brad. So let's start here with the Colts and the Raiders. So let's get into some of these afternoon games and some of these games that, definitely have meaning for all of these teams. The Raiders on the outside looking in from the playoffs right now. The Colts in the thick of things there in their division. We are having a 50.5 sitting right now on the total. A 3-point favorite is the Colts on the road against this Raiders team. What do you think?
I think that's low. I think Rob Pizzola said it last week about Vegas. Like, this team should never have a total below NFL average, which this is in a dome here, because the defense gets zero pass rush, and they can't cover on the back end, and then the offense is one of the more efficient in the league, still 13th in offensive pass DVOA, despite being pretty terrible the last couple of weeks. And the Colts defense, obviously early in the year, everyone was sort of raving about it when they stacked up a few wins against an easy schedule, but they've been bottom 8 over the last month. Teams have scored on them. They've played good offenses, like the Packers, like the Titans. But again, I think this is a good offense here. So I think it's just another game where both offenses go up and down the field in perfect conditions. And again, just the nature of the Raiders, they do play slow, but they just give up a lot of points and they score a lot of points. So sometimes it's as simple as that.
Brett, did over the last 2 weeks we were talking about the death of T.Y. Hilton, and then all of a sudden last 2 weeks, holy hell, here comes the ghost of T.Y. Hilton rises there in Indianapolis, and we have 2 back-to-back good games here from T.Y. Hilton. Maybe it took Phillip Rivers a little bit longer to, I don't know, maybe figure T.Y. Hilton out, utilize his skill set the best. I don't know. But, getting him involved at the right time, I would definitely say that. Jonathan Taylor getting going there, kind of taking over the lead roles as well, which is probably the way that it should be going. Michael Pittman getting worked in a little bit more. So it seems like the Colts offense, which was always what I was very skeptical of with this team, seems to be coming into form a little bit more. The defense has always been all right. I think it was overrated for the majority of the season, but it's definitely one of the top half defenses, if not one of the top third defenses. But like Brad said, I mean, this Raiders team can't stop anybody from going up and down the field here. There are 2.5s out there as well. If you do want the Colts, there are a couple of rogue 2.5s. They're a little bit juiced, but obviously I don't have to tell you, if you have to pay 5 extra cents to get a 2.5, you want that over a 3 all day long if you like the Colts. What do you think on this one, Brett?
Yeah, Matt, you and I loved this Indy offense coming into the season with that offensive line and some of these weapons. And we're starting to see, like you said, T.Y. Come into the picture more, a lot of targets. And if you get T.Y. the ball, he can do a lot after the catch as well. So I do like the way they're working him back into the offense. And Jonathan Taylor, too. I mean, his usage has looked much better. Especially last week. If they can continue to find ways to get that kid in space, that's a huge boom to this offense. Yes, he's a running back, but I mean, this is what they drafted him for. He is dynamic, he's huge, he's fast, and he's excellent at catching the ball out of the backfield and doing great things with the ball. So I like how they've started to work him into the offense as well. So I mean, if this is an offense that is going to look more of what we thought it would look like coming into the year, I think it's time to start buying this team. And I like the over angle here with that Vegas angle. It's Rivers should be able to carve up this defense, whether it's to T.Y. Hilton or Jonathan Taylor, Naheem Hines, or tight ends. I mean, I don't see any problem Indy scoring points here. And this Raiders offense is also pretty efficient. So I expect points in this game.
Josh Jacobs did return to practice yesterday. That being said, it was a limited fashion. I think it would work in our favor if he didn't play again, because they love to run him. Like, Gruden still loves to run the ball whenever Jacobs is in there, and he does it at the weirdest and most inopportune times as well, which, would not work for us here in this on an over situation. But it's no guarantee. It's no lock that he's going to play. It's no lock that he's going to get the same amount of touches either, because he is kind of banged up. I like points in this game. I like the Colts at 2.5. If you can get 2.5 in this thing, I like the Colts a lot. it basically comes down to their defense is better than the Raiders defense. They will make more stops in this game than the Raiders will. And that's basically, while I think it could shoot out and while I think that there will be a lot of points, I also believe this Colts defense has the personnel, has the capability to at least make more stops than the Raiders defense does. It would not surprise me if the Colts don't punt or only punt like one time in this game. That's how bad this Raiders team has been, and that's how much they have fallen off over the course of the season as well. I like what I've seen the last 2 weeks in this Colts offense as well. I honestly think that they started to figure some things out. I think that they figured out how to best utilize all of these different guys, because they have all these different guys that do these different things well. Like Jonathan Taylor is not Naeem Hines. Hines is not, but T.Y. Hilton is not Pittman, and Pittman is not. So I think they figured out how these guys work best in this offense, and it's shown the last couple of weeks as well. So like points, I like the Colts a lot though.
One more thing, if I can, Matt. The first half over might be worth a look as well. We've spoken before about how good the Colts script is, especially in the first quarter. And it's the same with the Raiders. And then the Colts defense has some interesting splits. Don't know if they're real, but they've allowed 100 points in the first half of the last 4 games, and then 13 points in the second half of the last 4 games. So that's 25. It's huge splits. 25 a game in the first half over the last 4 games, and then 3 in the second half per game. So I don't know if they're really good at adjusting or what's going on there, but I thought it was interesting.